I was Cone in the chat and he's not back. Oh, you unmuted me on stream, bro. Oopsie. Alright, we are back in it. We had to take a quick bathroom break here on the cast, but... So we are just waiting for the game to start. Or the draft to start, rather. I'm excited for this next game for sure, though. I would like to see Rich Life switch up the draft. Not completely. I think there's good parts of it, but topside for sure needs to be looked at.
Yeah, I just hope they learned their lesson, and if they're gonna blind something top, it's not Malphite. I don't know about that R1 Malphite.
Yeah, I think their top laner needs to just find a more comfortable matchup that isn't just so dire win-loss. So we shall see what that is. Ugh. Looks like the draft link is being made, thankfully. Someone is doing their job. Sure is not me and Cone, because we are lazy. And we're just here to talk to ourselves.
You know, it's difficult for Rich Life to think about this draft on the top side, because Malibu had a great performance on the Mordekaiser, but when you yes, he has games of it, but when you look at his OP.GG, his champion pool is not mainly top, right? He's like an ABC player. So, you know, this season it's all over the place. When you go to Team 23, Split 2, it's just, you know, top 3 ADC, then you have Rel, Samira, Kha'Zix, Lucian, Ashe, and Philius Wukong. In his top 10, he has no top laners whatsoever. I mean, even in his top 20 of last season, he has no top laners. So it's not going to be easy for them to, you know, kind of predict and try and trap them. We
are in draft here. So it looks like they stayed on the same sides, and it looks like the HyperionXD is also banning the Akali and the Jax from Rich Life. So it looks like bans are the same, at least to this point.
A little bit interested that they chose the same sides. I think maybe you want to swap it up, but maybe they think that there's something on R5 that's really valuable for them.
Yeah, I would like them to see maybe not giving the top lane R5, but maybe not picking him in the first three picks to try to see if they needed to switch his pickup. Again, bans are almost identical, except the LeBlanc is banned in the first 3 this time. I think last game it was different. And they banned the Caitlyn first pick, which looks like they did not like the pushing power from HyperionXD last game. So I would have to agree with them that probably was a pain point for Scomps, not being able to get off the ground sooner. See what their first pick is coming out here. They picked the early Poppy for Vex Alistar. That was their third. That was one of Rich Life's ban early rotation, and I'm pretty sure that is Rich Life's one of the most comfortable junglers. So it looks like he's switching his playstyle up to more of an aggressive tank ganker instead of the damage ganker out of Sylas. I know, that's what I just said, Attila. This guy's acting like he can't hear me.
And the misfortune coming out, you know, it's played in both roles this season, I believe, the ADC and the support, so doesn't give away too much information.
I like the MF pickup because I feel like she's one of the most brain dead picks right now for bot lane. The lethality changes are really in her favor. And it looks like they might be pairing it with Maokai. That could be flexed into 3 roles. It's technically playable in top and jungle and support. Well, so we'll have to see where that will go. I think HyperionXD would want to combo it up with some other engages. Morgana Ash Slammed from HyperionXD. That is an interesting combo, to say the least. It looks like they're going for that pushing combo like Kate Lux again, but they are switching up the AD carry and support as Caitlyn is banned. I don't know if I like that combo per se. They do have a lot of lockdown. They're just slamming the Malphite again.
Wow. That is... Okay,
That is...
if you're going to pick the Malphite, I like the Silas Bam. So that's good, but I don't know about... I mean, we just talked about, maybe you can R4 the top laner. You don't have to give them the valuable R5, but you don't pick it in the first 3. They choose to R3 it. Silas Swain bans.
They are leaving up the Mordekaiser once again into the Malphite.
I guess you could make an argument that Hyperion has magic damage, and they're not they don't think they're going to pick the Mordekaiser, but it's too good of a counter in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm very confused on not banning the Malphite or the Mordekaiser as well.
Absolutely expecting.
I feel like HyperionXD will just be like, okay, we'll just play it again and not have an issue.
100%, I agree.
I'm very confused. Maybe Rich Life's top does not have a very deep champ pool. Maybe he only really likes playing Malphite. It would seem very weird. Looks like we are going to miss a pick here. Nautilus pick.
I will say, on the side of Rich Life, other than the Misfortune, incredibly beefy team. They've got a lot of protection for the Misfortune, so I do see that theme coming in from the draft. And you know what? They don't go for the Mordekaiser. They go for the Simon.
That is, I mean, he's like, I already beat you on this pick. Let me pick something different. You got a little bored. Very interesting.
Azir?
I am very confused. Azir is a very, very stock standard pick for Yowie. It's probably one of his most comfortable picks outside of LeBlanc. I don't know what Exotic Fox will answer it with. I would assume has to be high damage. I would assume some magic damage. Zorath.
Hey.
What?
This seems like Rich Life has a team comp where your damage dealers are going to stay back. Zerath's got long range, Misfortune's got decently long range, and you're really going to protect those two. But those are really the only 2 that are going to actually do damage this game, at least the way that I'm looking at it.
I am getting insider information from the side of Exotic Fox saying he was just going to pick something to annoy the shit out of Yowie, which is a valid thing to do, considering I did that last week with the Seraphine pick. Although, I have never seen this man play this champion once in his entire life. I've known him for about a year, maybe almost a year and a half, and I've never seen this man play this champion. So, it is a completely blind, just faith pick to annoy him. It is high damage, granted, but I think they will struggle to kill this Scion late. If the MF goes lethality, which I think is her best build, considering how many times I've said that crit is very bad right now, I'm a little concerned. I'm concerned that their lack of damage is going to be very hard from the late game. If they get an early game lead, should be fine. But if they don't, again, it's going to be scary. This Kai guy thinks he's carried me in any game ever. when he's a low Bob silver player, that is crazy to me, bro. Sorry, he's gold 2 now. My bad. He's gonna say something about it. I already know. This guy's egoing me, saying he's carried me on with MF. That's crazy.
Well, I was actually robbed by both Kai and Taco Cat of a game each that I was supposed to watch. So
This guy comes at me literally at 2 a.m. every night. This cone guy, thinking I'm going to play one more after I've been playing for 4 or 5 hours. This guy's crazy. This Banacali guy, aka Exotic, thinks he's funny in the chat when he just, for fun picks his mid lane champion that he's never played before in his entire life. He's gonna say that he has, but, don't think he has. I've never seen this man not play a champion that doesn't dash. Guess what Xerath doesn't have? Peep my OP, he says. Surely. Now we're here over at our stream feed. We're looking at Old Man Attila's Facebook page. Let's see if we got any banger memes. You pick it into Azir. Interesting. How many times have you played Azir? Against Azir this season? I like how I'm having a conversation with one of the people who are playing the game. This guy's crazy. 4. So you have 4 lifetime games on Xerath when Joey has probably more than quadruple your games on this champion. It's a bold pick, and I'm excited to see it. Maple says, I swear this has to be win trading. Lil bro, you haven't played the game in 4 years. I don't think you know what win trading is.
quite a bit of magic damage coming out on the side of Rich Life. They really only have that misfortune to be doing physical damage. So you got to think this Scion and this Poppy, if they opt into some MR early, they're going to be borderline unkillable. I mean, we were talking about the Misfortune build, and depending on how she passes, it's going to be difficult to do damage to these tanks. And if she's the only one that can really penetrate, because, I mean, if a Scion builds, even just one of the two, Kainic or Force of Nature, and he can pick up a hybrid item like Jack showed later, he's going to be borderline unkillable, in my opinion. You just don't have a good, with only 2 champions that can really do damage, it's just not a, the Maokai and the Malphite, they're not really going to chunk either way, but if they were going to do some damage, it just makes sense for Scion to opt into some MR early here, and now Snobb's the only one that can really tackle him.
I'm really afraid, considering that I think the only viable build right now on MF is the lethality. Again, I think their big hope is getting an early game lead bot side, so this MF is just turbo snowballed to be able to kill this Scion and this Poppy. Once again, I'm getting ego checked by this Kai guy in the Twitch chat.
Wait, what?
How am I egoing Maple? He literally has a toaster strudel oven as a PC, and he can't play the game. Lil bro needs to go back to Pal World or something, whatever that new game came out.
And we will be loading into the game shortly here. I take that back.
Yeah, we got a 3-minute delay once again. This guy has never played League of Legends before in his entire life, apparently, and does not know about the spectator delay.
No, I'm more of a Discord watcher when people stream live, so I can get POV. When my buddies don't go against their word when they promise me games, but it is what it is.
I didn't promise you anything. I promised counter something, so that's a little unfortunate for you, bro. think you need to go up your Adderall intake and take another C4 and leave me the fuck alone.
All right,
Sorry
give
for
me
the.
1 second. I'll be right back.
All right. So as he's being right back, grabbing his choice of stimulants, we will. What are you listening to? Yes, this is us flirting.
Okay, I'm back.
This Attila
Ready
guy.
to rumble. Taco and cone flirting. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. This little guy Attila acts like he doesn't listen to bingo callouts every night, all night. It's kind of crazy. Thinking we're flirting when he listens to B4 over and over again. Leave me alone, Silver One Trick. He says that they're gone, but I think that's cap. You telling me your mama don't play bingo no more? How am I egoing anybody, Kai? I'm not Yoey. I don't flaunt the fact that I got carried to Diamond. Sorry, Joey. Alright, bro. I should just, mute and let Cone take care of it. I'm just getting flamed. Whatever, bro. I'm trying here, okay? I'm doing this for free.
We're not getting paid?
No.
Yeah.
You think Attila has money to pay us, bro? He'll pay us in fake money, aka the Canadian dollar. I barely have money. You pay yourself for this shit, bro? We're looking at your desktop screen of a car you're never gonna get, bro. Come on now. And we are getting into the loading screen. We'll see if Attila's PC will have problems again. Sorry for my burps. Got that cherry Coke on deck.
Can or bottle?
Can, of course, bro.
Okay. Nice.
Nice crisp. Leave it in the cellar. Gets nice and cold.
Oh yeah. The cans are good because it's like the the carbonation is going to be on point, and you just got to drink it within like 15-20 minutes.
Yeah,
you get a bottle, like, all right, I'm gonna open it. I don't want to drink the whole thing.
You gotta get a cup, bring the cup back down. It's a whole hassle, bro.
Fucking process, man, and it really gets under my skin.
Oh,
So, we're in game now, so
looks like Attila's PC. Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
We're speeding up. Looks like just another stock standard 5-point.
Hey, nope, silencer.
Maybe he's AFK. Probably be. Probably will give private parts a better chance in the top lane. And again, no TP.
Well, I mean, that's just, I don't know, man. I can give him credit for picking the same thing after he gets gapped, but what are you doing? You're Malphite, man. You're against Sion.
It's fine though. He switched up the skins. He's scaling now. Oh, mana flow stack for the boy Exotic Fox.
And a little bit of gold too on that first strike, so that's a win for Exotic, no doubt.
I'm surprised that neither team went for an invade. Both sides have a pretty decent invade, in my opinion. Maybe HyperionXD a little better, considering they have Ashe Morgana, but looks like just another stock standard start. Both top laners will be pathing to the tank lane.
Sion maybe gonna miss one minion of XP here, not too sure. But he was late. It's odd, but he was late. No, he's all good. He is A-okay. The comment too is something that I don't fully agree on. I think a matchup like this, you're gonna have more opportunity than the Mordekaiser one to walk up, and a W max Iceborne, for example, with Grasp. That's how I would personally play it. And Nautilus is going to engage here as the Rich Zack and Cody does it to level 2 first. The Ignite comes out, and they're getting a ton of pressure here. That level 2 was enormous for them. They are off to a great start in the bot lane.
I don't mind trading sums there for the side of Rich Life. He did burn Flash and Ignite, but it gives them the tempo push in this lane to punish them. And considering they know their jungle is on the top side, they can just milk plates. And it looks like the Morgana is backing here. Nope, she decided against it because she realized she would have lost a lot of XP.
Yeah, and I mean, this Malphite, as we've touched on, no TP, and he's burning the shit out of his mana early. Not a great, the CS looks totally fine, but when you look at the resources and him being completely Sion having TP, Malphite not having TP, this is not ideal for the Malphite. But, if you look at the CS, it's not bad. And Yoey's actually going in here on Exotic, but the Nautilus is with a roam, so Yoey's going to be in an awkward position here. He does have the Flash. He is playing towards the Poppy. This could be good on the side of HyperionXD as the Poppy's going to use the W and the Flash. It's not going to come through. The Nautilus Q doesn't connect. Yoey pumping out damage as Nautilus is getting low. The E does land the stun, but they will get the kill. And Exotic will pick up the Poppy, but the first one is going to go on the side of HyperionXD.
Joey playing very aggressive there, but with the great roam from the Nautilus, it looked very, very scary, but Poppy's there to get his back, just so to say. So, all in all, not a bad trade, but the only scary thing is Xerath having the double buffs will make this lane a little bit more scary for Yoey. Although he's still trading very aggressively into Exotic Fox, and Exotic is already at a nearly 10 CS difference. You would think him picking this champion into his ear, he might be more comfortable, but he is getting a lot of poke damage down, but he is not farming as well as Yoey.
The Poppy is just lingering, and she's going to be coming in here. Yoey's engaging. Exotic is going to go down, and Poppy will give the kill to Yoey, starting that Azir snowball early.
That is a very good regank by the Poppy. Skips all of his camps bot side just to go for the regank on the flashless Xerath. And that double buff that I was worried about just gets transferred to Yoey, and he is fine. The CS difference in the solo lanes for HyperionXD is a very big pain point right now. Both are down 10. And top lane's down almost 20.
Almost 20. And he's got the wave here, but he just missed, it's just weird the way that Malphite's playing, because he's, letting these minions die under tower without autoing them and, trying to stop the backs. He's kind of, spam autoing. He's not really, I don't think he really has an intention in mind with these waves, and I think Malibu is a little bit more fundamental with it, and it is playing traditionally off wave states, so it's a little bit interesting here of Private Parts kind of just spam autoing things for no purpose, and it's biting him in the ass. So, yeah, an 18 CS deficit on the top lane, kind of just a story of last game, but I guess Malphite's doing a little bit better than he was last game.
That is, he is doing a little bit better, but that is just because Sion is not as much of a threat to Malphite early. But it looks like they just wanted to give the carry back, give the carry potential back to mid lane and see what Yoey can do and cook up this game. Although Exotic Fox is catching up back into CS, which is very good for the side of Rich Life, and they are getting the early dragon for the grub trade.
Right.
I think this game, the dragon is more important, considering the side lane threats really aren't there. Sion can split push, but with the hole breaker nerfs, it is a lot harder for it, for sure. He will have to index into more AD to be able to threaten towers. Looks like he is trying to do another back, but Malphite is refusing for him to go back.
Right. It's just the same thing over and over. Malphite's walking up. That's fully charged Q. You just took such a bad trade. You're you don't have the TP. At a point, you got to think, if you're Malphite, just let him back, man. Get yourself a reset, right? maybe you lose a couple minions, but you don't have TP. You can't stay landlocked in this lane. You don't have sustain. I mean, look at his health. Look at his mana. A back is inevitable, and he just keeps delaying it over and over again.
Yowie getting Xerath ulted very early will just chunk him out, but the wave seems to be in an okay position for him to do that. Sion finally gets his back off, and the wave is really good for him because it looks like it is pushing back in to the Scion, so we won't even have to waste his TP. And Malphite is backing on a stacked wave, so he's going to lose a lot for this
Absolutely. As you said, Scion doesn't have to use the TP, and I mean, Scion kind of has 2 TPs with his ult, and he's going to hold on to that as well. And this wave coming into the Scion getting a much stronger back. This could be really, really rough for Malphite. His entire game, depending on these next couple waves, could be a little bit unplayable. But he does have the Maokai topside, so they could be making a comp. Hey, I need you to help me out here to crash this to get a bounce back into me. But let's see how this plays out. Also, the Malphite getting that Bambi Cinder, I don't really have problems with the build. I think it's a totally okay item. But something to note is that with Private Parts' kind of wave management style of just auto-attacking everything, that's going to exacerbate the issue a little bit, and he's going to be pushing maybe more than he wants to. A good bit of damage going out by Joey here, really chunking Exotic.
Does not look like this counter pick is really helping him out. Looks like Joey is just getting free advantage in this mid lane from those early ganks from Poppy.
And the Poppy's pathing top, so they are trying to make this potentially unplayable for the Malphite, but the wave is completely fucked for him. Health-wise, he's completely fine, though. He's going to walk away unscathed, but his wave is unplayable right now. Malphite is literally not in this game right now if Sion continues to manage it well.
It is okay for him to go down some CS, but if you're not staying... Oh, big hook.
And a lot of ults going down there, but...
MF ulti gets cancelled to buy the Ashe ult, and he wastes cleanse. So I think even trade, not in sums, but in pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that the bot lane will be looking to crash this wave and then reset. Malphite needs another fully charged Q. I feel like we're just always back up in this top lane.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't look like they're backing. It looks like they're looking for a cheeky invade. Maybe a roam mid from the Nautilus.
And Yoey is extended. He's going to use the Emperor's Divide, but he's going to get the Nautilus Q on him, and the Maokai W will ensure that he goes down. The kill will go to Maokai, but it is still really good there for Rich Life.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really good roam from the Nautilus and a really good follow-up gank from the Maokai. It sucks that Xerath did not get the kill, but he did not have to waste any sums, and I was going to say that he was able to get that push out, but he leaves the wave slow pushing back into him and has to waste his TP to get to these grubs.
Yeah, and I believe that is 4 grubs now on the side of HyperionXD as Poppy and Maokai are going to be fighting on this pit. Exotic Fish is going to drop the arm, but what a flash arm by Poppy! And she's still got a little bit of health left. Can she keep it going? The Scion now, Malphite running down. This is a 2v2, but Exotic's coming back in as Maokai will go down here. I don't think that the Rich Life really has any recourse here. These grubs are just going to go to Yoey. I mean, Malphite wants to play for it, but what can he do? Helmet, was that all 6 grubs going to Hyperion?
They just secured all 6 grubs, confirmed. The Poppy played it really well by disconnecting the side of Rich Life. Xerath did not have ult. They did trade the life of the Poppy, but I don't think he minds, considering his team secured the last 2 grubs.
A fantastic play by Poppy there on the Flash R.
I also want to just shout out the Scion for ulting from top and hitting the wall of the grub pit. So good job ulting there, Scion. You really did damage to that wall. Again, I mean, the advantage might not look as big. Big ulti.
Oh my god, the arc from MF. And another good Ashe R. Poppy wants
the
something
hook back
here.
in.
The Nautilus Q will connect to Boo, and the Morgana is one shot. She will go down. Sconce is kiting back. Poppy is getting chunked here, a little bit lower than half. She misses the Q. Nautilus is staying on top. It looks like Sconce is going to get another kill here. Takes a while to go down, but Sconce 2-0 now. As Yoey is here, he's going to look for a kill on the Nautilus. He should have it.
I gotta say, I mean, the hook back in looked very aggressive from the Nautilus. Will he get out? No. But very good trade for the side of Rich Life.
Absolutely.
We did say that the MF needed to get ahead this game, and it looks like she's pulling that off. That is their saving grace right now, is the fact that MF has a very big lead over this Ashe. She has a completed item and working on her second already, and Ashe does not have one completed.
Yeah, and as you pointed out last game with the Mordekaiser not traditionally being a split pusher, but doesn't matter what champion you are, when you have a lot of those grubs, they do add up over time, and I think that's going to be a big issue here for the Rich Life, as this Scion can just consistently sideblade with 6 grubs, and he will just destroy those towers.
And I know we have not talked about the CS counter now, but the top lane has now bloated to over a 67 CS lead. Nautilus getting caught out.
Yeah, Nautilus is going to go down here. Another kill going over to Yoey. He is really strong this game at 4-1-1. He's probably sitting on a decent bit of gold, too. Already finished that Nashers.
And it was just another Nautilus roam looking for a play on the mid lane, but the vision from the side of HyperionXD is just a little bit too much for him, and he gets caught out in the river.
And as we were talking about, Scion just going to walk up, get an auto, and reset. And this tower should go down, and if Scion wants it, 1 or 2 more waves, and this tower's gone.
Yeah, I believe it is gone on his next Demolition proc for sure. Wait, is Demolition still in the game? I don't even know.
Demolish?
Demolish, sorry, not Demolition. I think it's still in the game.
Yeah, no, it is, for sure.
Okay.
I think the only one they got rid of was the stopwatch?
The stopwatch one, yeah. Okay.
Oh, Nautilus Q almost connecting just out of range, and we'll see if Scion has that Demolish. Malphite doing his best to pull the wave, but man, he's just bleeding out here.
These grubs are really biting them in the butt here. He's just getting all the push. Oh, Maokai comes in for the gank.
Coming up, will they have the damage? Malibu will take at least 1 tower shot. They don't have a ton of damage. It does look like Malibu will go down here. Who will take the kill? It will be the Maokai, also getting the shutdown. There's a lot of gold on this Maokai now.
They do trade that play for the first dragon, but I think that is okay. Getting this Malphite fight in the bot lane.
And Poppy seems to be a little CC'd here. She is going to get the R on Sconce. Sconce is going to kite back. The R's coming down from Exotic. Poppy is low, but Yoey is here. We know how fed he is, and Ashe just doesn't care. The Misfortune R comes down. The Nautilus Q not landing on a human, but it will land on the wall. The side of Hyperion, they are all so low. They're going on Exotic here. He's healing a good amount. Joey is coming in. But Joey will go down to Exotic. Exotic is kiting back. He's doing his best. He flashes out. Poppy wants more. Nautilus is fighting it. Poppy flashes. It doesn't matter. Exotic Fish. What a performance in that fight.
Yeah, Exotic Fish, more like Exotic Fox, because you said his name was Exotic Fish, but he played that very, very well. He did get stunned into the wall by that Poppy, but the E hitting the Azir was crucial to stop him from going down there. I think this game is getting a little scary. The carries are getting all the gold. The Maokai. Taco going on a tangent. That makes no sense. Exotic Fish. Cone said Exotic Fish. Shut up, Attila. Thank you very much. But back to what I was saying, the win con for this side of Rich Life was getting an early advantage on the bot lane, and they seem to be getting that done. This top lane tower is going to go down, like we said, though.
He just doesn't care. There's the Demolish, and you said maybe 3-4 minutes ago that CS lead was almost 70. Well, that CS lead is almost 100 in the top lane. This is just incredible here.
Yeah, I mean, even in a better matchup for this Malphite, he is bleeding CS and XP.
And even being, so close to his base, these backs are just constantly shoved into his tower. He's not really managing his waves well, so the backs just aren't ideal for him. Let's see. Sion's going to be pathing bot here, as Joey's going to go on an exotic, but he's taking quite a bit of damage here. Joey at about 1/3 health. He's going to back up. And exotic's going to use the armor. He will land both of them and clear the wave. What a play by Exotic Fish. Exotic Fox.
Again, with the exotic fish, I think he might need to name change after this game.
The Sion coming down. Will miss. The Sion will also miss as Sconce is going to flash out. The Poppy doesn't care. She has the flank.
MF is looking for a big ulti here.
Nautilus is going to queue out. Maybe he can escape here. The Misfortune R is going to help him. It'll do no damage to Sion as he doesn't care. He's going to BM right in front of Sconce's face, but it will secure the out for Nautilus.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a very good roam timer for the Sion, but Scomp's having flash kind of nullified the play. The MFR looked like it was going to be good, but this Sion has a lot of HP.
And Scomp's getting stunned. He will use the cleanse, but the Poppy are coming down. Scomp's is gone. It's a shutdown to Ash. They're running down the Nautilus too. The Q would have connected to the tower, but Sion's going to kill him beforehand. Now 2 people are dead on the side of Rich Life. The Malphite's pushing top, but how much pushing tower does he really have? As the Demolish is going to go down, we can't see the health of the turret, but they should be going down here.
Again, I mean, the lead that MF had is kind of just gone now. They overextended trying to save that tier 1 tower, and they forgot about the new bushes of the new map. And these grubs are paying off tenfold for them. They have secured
Absolutely
all tier 1 towers and a tier 2 tower bot.
Yeah, honestly, on both sides, the map is, all tier 1s are gone except for Hyperion holding on to their bot lane tier 1. So, just overall, the map is more developed for sure than last game. So, we should see some more, some more jungle fights, maybe some fights on the red and blues in a couple minutes once that becomes global. And this game is looking pretty damn equal across the board. Less than a 1K gold lead, and the Dragons are split. Now as we've mentioned a couple times now, Hyperion does have 6 grubs, which is going to continue to pay off. So you would maybe give the, now being up 1K gold, everything else being equal, you would probably give the edge to Hyperion right now just because of those grubs. But nonetheless, a very close game.
Yeah, a lot closer than last game. That is for sure. I feel like the early lead that bot lane got. I did say earlier that it was kind of gone, but MF is working on her 3rd item, and Ash is still working on her 2nd. It does look like they are going to go for this drag, putting the Rift Herald down mid to get pressure. Let's see if the side of HyperionXD will be contesting it. They Ash ult mid, and it misses on the Zerath.
Now, Sion is extremely beefy. He doesn't care. He's got a flank with the Poppy here. As Joey's going to make his way over. The Dragon is at 4K. Sion doesn't care. Poppy's going in. Sion's on Sconce right now in the background. Still very healthy. Exotic and Yoey going down. The Malphite are going on Yoey. Yoey is dead. Sconce is looking low. This Sion just doesn't care. Poppy will secure the Dragon. Sion's probably going to back up a little bit now. They don't really need to push. They've got the objective, and they will back off. And that Sion, man, was in their face for 15 seconds and still doesn't go down. He is a problem this game.
I think the saving grace for Rich Life there was Exotic's Fox got the Ash to sub 10% HP there, and it created a 4v5. Yes, they did. HyperionXD did get the Dragon for it, but they were not able to push that Sion charge into anything because they were without the Ash that fight. It looks like the gold advantage is back into the side of HyperionXD, although I think it was still on their side. I'm not too sure, but
yeah, it was. They were just ahead about a K, and now it's only 500.
So again, this Zerath early was not paying off, but Exotic Fox seems to be picking up a lot of these kills. A lot of this damage is going down, and he's starting to become a very big threat.
Absolutely, and not to not to shit on him too much, but you got to realize that Yoey started this game 4-1. He had that Nashers early with tier 1 boots, and he's just died 3 times since then. It's been unfortunate for him how these fights are playing out, but he was in a position to really snowball this game, and now I would say Exotic is the stronger mid laner for sure.
Yes, I agree. I mean, again, I was talking about how Ash is only working on her second. Joey just getting his second, and Exotic about to finish his third. Looks like he might be going for the frog to finish it off. No, I am incorrect. But yeah, I think Yoey is just suffering from the fact that he's getting outranged by this Azir and just bullied in every team fight. Sion is pushing in on this tier 2. It looks like his team, he's getting collapsed.
Exotic will use the R, but so will Malibu. A little bit of a waste on the ultimate by Exotic.
Again, I mean, this Sion is just going to become harder and harder to deal with. Oh, big arrow.
Exotic, and he will get eaten to the tower. Goodbye, Exotic Fish. That is a 700 gold shutdown. Unfortunately, going into the hands of Poppy. But you are still happy with that if you're a HyperionXD.
He did overextend a little bit, getting a little bit cocky with the range, but having 0 vision on the topside jungle, Poppy just gets the good flank off and stuns him into the tower off of the Ash arrow. Very good pick, and I would like to see them to continue doing this with the Ash Morgana pick. Not looking to team fight 5v5 necessarily, but getting these big picks early so they can fight at an advantage in numbers. Baron is spawned up. I don't think either team will be looking to do it very, very soon, but the side of HyperionXD do have a lot of DPS damage that Rich Life does lack. Looks like they're just going to clear out some vision. I wouldn't expect them to start it very soon unless they get another pick with this Ash arrow coming up.
Right, and maybe an overload for Rich Life, although Maokai just wants those camps. I think they realize they can't really touch that. Sion, I mean, Malphite's fighting him, but you're not doing any damage to him there, so that's...
Yeah, if anything, you're just damaging yourself with the Sunfire. Poppy looking very aggressive.
Wow, Joey's going to get chunked a little bit. He's going to go back into the Baron pit. And the Maokai ult's going to come down. It's only going to connect on the Poppy and the Sion. And now Nautilus is kind of getting chunked. He doesn't know if he wants to engage. He got CC'd there. Sion is just causing havoc here, so they're really split here, and the Nautilus Q is going to get rejected. Stomps with the R, he's pumping damage, but he just got knocked up. Now Exotic with the R is doing a lot of damage. Joey is one, if the Malphite will go down, as this Poppy is going to try and heal Stomps, but Stomps and Exotic are working in the backline. Now it's only Ash and Sion. The Sion is unkillable. This is actually a win right now for the Rich Life, and they are working on that Sion, but they cannot do damage to him. They might lose this 1v3 to the Sion. He is just unkillable right now.
Very, very scary fight for the side of Rich Life, but they get big ults off on both Exotic and Scomps to turn the tide. Exotic just raining down hell on the carries of side of HyperionXD. Joey and Ferdy were not able to join that fight, considering they were getting poked down with a Malphite on top of them. Although this Malphite is very behind, and we have mentioned it many, many times, he is getting some decent ults off to peel for these carries in MF and Xerath. Again, it's just a very, very even game. Fights are just going very, very... I wouldn't say even, but very, very back and forth. The flash in from Nautilus and he gets a minion.
Not going to yield a meaningful result there. And you've got to think with this this TP that we've talked about so much, the Sion, we know he's a legitimate side lane pressure, and he's got that up, and he's pushing the top right now. So there's going to be an engage by Nautilus. The Maokai is pretty deep right now, and we're going to see what Scomps and Exotic can do. Scomps will take the Morgana down. They need to peel for Scomps. The Poppy is dead. That is 2 dead on the side of HyperionXD. The Sion's
big
in the
Nautilus ult.
Yoey is doing his best. He is going to take down the Nautilus. Can he get out of here? Malphite and Maokai are both quite low, but Scomps with the ult will take him down. It is only Sion that is alive. Yes, he is unkillable, but he won't be able to do enough damage. This dragon should be going to the side of Rich Life.
I feel like the side of HyperionXD, all they had to do that fight is let them not start the dragon. We had Sion pushing in the top lane. No TPs to answer him. No one to answer him. I feel like they were just way too aggressive in their positioning. Sion will probably go down here, but that's just him being aggressive. He does flash, doesn't go down. But I feel like taking that fight as HyperionXD is so weird. All you have to do is sit around the dragon, not get caught by anything, and your Sion will take that tier 2 tower.
Absolutely. A little bit of panic and a little bit of a rush decision there.
Maokai with the great engage there, getting on to the getting a almost ride from the Morgana as she flashed back into the team and getting a very beautiful Q onto the Poppy to establish dominance. So
ult's going to use his R here, and it will hit Ashe a few times as she is chunked. Interesting decision there.
It is in a very low cooldown right now, I believe, so he can just do that on cool. It's kind of like Lux R, kind of just shoot it, chunk him down. Ashe now has to clear the jungle to heal, and it doesn't even look like she's doing that. She will have to back.
And Joey has a pretty fat wave crashing bot, so Exotic is going to have to go deal with that. They have the Malphite in the other side lane at the moment. A little bit of a lull in the game.
Yeah, it seems like both teams are just trying to finish their items. Their item components are up. Exotic's lead is just kind of ballooning now. He is a half an item up, working on his fourth. Almost a complete item up on Yowie, who started this game 4-0 and was looking to be the carry of HyperionXD.
Right, and you've just got to look at the, we talked about it in the draft. We knew that if Rich Life wanted to win this game, your Xerath and your Misfortune have to be big, and you have to play through them. And they have absolutely done that so far. Both of them are up at least half an item, almost one item on their lane counterparts. So you're absolutely playing around your win cons here if you are Rich Life.
It's just these team fights for HyperionXD are so hard. Exotic is just keeping all of their carries and Ashe and Azir at such a distance that they cannot do anything in these team fights.
Sion overloading Sion here, but he literally has taken 5% damage as now he's still at about 80% health. The thing is, he's 1v5. If his team was here, this would be amazing, but
they're on Baron though. They're on Baron though.
He still has not gone down. He is still alive here, and they are on the Baron. We don't know the Baron health, but he's going to get some of the minions. That Baron is theirs. That is actually a great play by Sion.
That is a very good trade. His team realized that there is no saving him having no flash from the dragon pit, and they just honestly heist away this Baron. Again, this could be another tempo change in the favor of Hyperion. We'll have to see what they do with it.
And that Sion, he has Grasp, W, Heartsteel. He's going to permanently scale. He built the Sunfire early. He's got Merc Treads for Tenacity. Now he's got his Canic. What is that he's building now? Is that Force of Nature, it looks like?
Might be Force of Nature, but I'm not sure if they've changed the build path. I would have really liked to see him go index into some AD to make this split push even more of a threat. I feel like this is going to be a very big pain point, if any, from Exotic Fox getting caught out ulting.
He will go down, but he did take the Ashe down. It looks like there's going to be a shutdown on the side of Poppy. Now Nautilus, the Q is going to miss. Sconce is not going to be able to catch up without that Nautilus Q. But Sion charging down mid, as Nautilus and Maokai are going to tank it. You've got Malphite coming down, but you only have one damage dealer on the side of Rich Life. This is not a good fight for Rich Life. Joey's coming in. Sconce will use the arm, but Joey has a good flank on Sconce. Joey doing damage. The divide is massive by Joey, but Sconce is going to kill Joey. Sconce is actually huge in this fight. It doesn't matter that Exotic is not there. Sconce doesn't care. He's doing all the damage in the world. They will run away from the Sion, but actually a really good fight by Rich Life.
Yowie trying to cosplay Faker there and carry the team fight solo, but his team had nothing to follow up. They had burned all their ultis. There was no Ashe. I mean, it was very close until looking a very big ulti, but he just had no follow up. It looks like this Baron power play is going to fizzle a little bit from the side of HyperionXD.
Oh, absolutely, and they might have the Sion caught. They do have the Sion caught here too.
again, they're just getting... They like swapped roles. Rich Life was getting killed by overextensions, and it just looks like HyperionXD is doing the same. First game it was Rich Life, now it's HyperionXD. We need to stop dying very, very unfruitfully. It looks like they will be giving this dragon, considering Ashe and Azir are topside. Poppy could go for the Hail Melee steal, but it looks like they are deciding against it. I wouldn't mind it, considering that there is no Baron up, but she had no flash. Blast Cone was risky. I don't think it's looking very good for HyperionXD.
It's kind of surprising to see that the gold lead right now is equal. You would assume that it's significantly on the side of Rich Life with the kill discrepancy, but that definitely just shows how good Malibu is farming this game. 250. He's got double the Malphite CS, 32 minutes.
Yeah, it really is the tower difference is the saving grace here for HyperionXD. They're up 3 towers and that Baron, so they're somehow holding on to this game, it being even. But I feel like the side of Rich Life has the gold where it's supposed to be, and it is going to be very hard for them to win the game. They need a massive scoop from Yowie and a massive engage from the Poppy Scion to be able to touch these carries on Rich Life.
Yeah, and Scomp's just so massive right now. He's essentially full build. He should give him a couple minutes, and he'll farm up. He'll get that full build. And Exotic is going to drop the R. He's going to hit Ashe, it seems, once or twice, or Ashe... Oh, wow!
Fourth time. Ashe is just getting pummeled. The cooldown on this ulti is so low that he can just poke them down and create resets. It might even create the tempo for them to get this tier 2 mid.
It definitely will. The only question is what the side lanes will do here on Hyperion, but it seems like Joey's backing off from the top push, and Scion's going to take a recall. So
this Scion is not confident in his side lane prowess. I think he should still be pushing this wave. Mm-hmm. Yes, that they are A-ramming 5-man mid, but they have no one to contest him in the side lane. I feel like that is a very... Scion ulting down mid for seemingly nothing. Overextending. Misses the Maokai.
Wow.
Maokai
flash. Might be looking for something here. The Maokai ult coming down. Not sure if they're actually looking for an engager or if it's for the peel. Holding our ground in a 5v5 mid lane right now. Ashe does get chunked. She's about half health. So if I'm on the side of Hyperion, I don't love an engage here.
Yeah, they do hit Exotic Fox with the Morganic binding, but it does not matter because she has the beef of her team in front of him.
The Malphite out the backline. The Scion, Yowie is being chunked by this Malphite right now, but Malphite is in too deep, just like the Poppy, but the Poppy might escape. The Skeletor comes down and will take the Poppy down.
Going to be massive here, massive Scion queue.
Scott's going down, the Exotic Fish are. It is just Maokai and Exotic, but now it is just Scion, and that is Joey, who's going to be TPing top. Will they be able to deal with it? It looks like Maokai and Zack are going to be running away here, but Joey should have that top tower.
Joey is so very low. He has to be careful with this Zerath coming. Ooh. What? Storm Surge taking him out.
You taking Joey down. What a play.
These team fights are so back and forth. That was the best one we've seen from HyperionXD all game. Scion getting a massive 3-man fully charged knock-up at the end for the Ashe to free hit. Again, it was not enough to take down the Zerath, but this game is neck and neck at this point. I think it could go either way. If they get another team fight like that, it's going to be very scary for the side of Rich Life. It would be a very big throw. Not a bit throw, but it. I don't know. This is a very scary game for both sides.
Absolutely.
Teetering on a knife edge.
And I really like the move by Joey there to put the pressure TP while he's low and get the top tower. It's unfortunate that he died, but the dying there is okay because you open the map and you get the top tower.
Yeah, so Storm Surge is a wonderful item. Zerath, again, making this Ashe's life a living hell. Seems to hit him twice, almost 3 times. Ash is going into some MR, so that might help her in the long run. But she has to back while
the flash Q is not going to land.
The dragon is spawning soon, so Ash has to hurry up and get back there as soon as she can.
Right. And it seems like Ash is going for what, a wit's end here with that.
Yes, correct.
That'll be good once she can finish that, but you know,
this is a very hard contest for the side of HyperionXD. They have no top or no mid or bot prio. They do get the entrance from bot though.
And the dragon's still pretty healthy.
Ooh, big ult away on the Malphite.
And big game Scots with the R coming down. The Morgana will go down, but Scion is so tanky in this front line right now as Malphite is doing the opposite. Poppy is going down. Malphite will go down here as well. Yowie and Ash are going crazy in the back line here. Yes, they are down a member, but they don't care. Ash posturing pretty aggressively now. They've got to be careful because they are all chunked, and the Scion probably goes down here. They're going to have to run away, and this is going to be Soul for Rich Life.
Again, fighting on a knife's edge. They, the side of HyperionXD, got what they wanted, and they were allowed to free hit from the backside, but there was just no follow-up from the Poppy. Xerath ult comes up again and just one-shots the Ash. And looks like they were going to pressure Baron here. Can they contest? I don't know. Scion TPing to it. Will they be able to contest this in time? They are very low HP in the Nautilus. Azir showing up.
Great front line right now. Yowie will do a lot of damage here, being on 4 items. And Yowie will cut down Exotic. And Yowie is doing so much damage here. He will kill the Nautilus as well. And the Zod is coming down. Morgana with the ult stomps his and he's low. But he will be kiting. The Morgana Q hit stomps and he will go down. It is just Mayokai here as Morgana is running him around the map. And Malphite coming down. Although Morgana is running quite low here. And Scion is just going to be a pest as it looks like the side of HyperionXD has started this Baron.
This Scion is such a menace. They cannot deal with him. He's creating so much time for this Azir to have uptime and do damage. Although he did trade his life, he took out their biggest threat in Azir. I do not know if they can take this Baron with the Scion pushing top. He does have to be careful as both of the carries are respawning. It looks like he's just buying time for them to clear this Baron.
Right, and they will be able to secure it. Unfortunately, Yowie will not have the buff, but given that Rich Life had all but secured it, you will absolutely take that if you are on the side of Hyperion. And I mean, what a game, Taco Cat. What a game. It's really tough to tell who's in the lead now. It is really tough to tell.
This Scion is just such a problem for the side of Rich Life. What can they do? He creates so much space. Earlier in the game, we were saying that Azir and Ash were not being able to play the game because of this Xerath, and it is just flopped on the other side now. He's giving them so much uptime, so much potential to output damage that it's starting to become very scary. Any fight now can mean the game.
Yeah, these red and blue buffs being secured, so you got to think. One little pick that leads to a fight, as you said, and this game will end. Potentially the series, too.
Rich Life is not making it easy for them to close out this series, though. Azir, Exotic and Scomps are putting out so much damage if they're allowed to hit. But this Scion is just so scary for them.
Yeah,
Nautilus
the Asgore will land on Nautilus, as will the Scion R and the Poppy E. It's now a 4v5. Exotic will use his R. Scomps will also use his R, but it does nothing. Both of the carries' Rs do nothing. They have nothing left in the tank. They need to defend. As Exotic gets caught by the Morgana Q, he will go down. The Emperor's Divide from Joey will get Scomps, and the Poppy E will catch the Malphite, as this game is as good as over.
Again, Exotic again just gets caught with the Morgana binding as he did from the Silas E last game, and he just throws the game away. And it is a very, I wouldn't say convincing, but they gotta be happy on HyperionXD with this 2-0 in
Absolutely.
episode 2 of the Hyperion House Party. What a series! Game 1 was not as close as this one. This game was a banger. Scomp's putting out 66,000 damage. Him and Exotic tried his best to uplift his team.
And
It is a shame. It is a shame.
that's the second time that we're seeing Scomps do the most damage in the game while being on the losing end. So a valiant effort by Scomps. Unfortunately, it's just not enough. And I got to give credit to Malibu. I think he could have done a little bit more in the side lane, but I think overall Malibu had a incredible performance this series.
I was gonna say, I mean, there is no MVP vote. Joey is trash talking in the Twitch chat here, saying that he beat both of his friends. Well, you better give a high five to this Malibu guy because he just carried you over the finish line, little bro. He is crazy, bro. I know MVP vote, but if I had to, it would be for sure Malibu. So, as we are wrapping up this stream, I would like to say thank you to Attila for hosting this tournament and allowing me and Cone, the two most degen autismo people probably in this scene right now, to cast. It was a blast for sure.
It was a pleasure. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Great games. I'm very excited to see what next week brings. I'm very excited for my games tomorrow, and be sure to tune in for next week for another banger series of the Hyperion House Party. I don't know if we cut it here. I don't know. Attila's not listening to us, but cut the stream. It's over.